What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the SUP Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Trevisi. We're back at it again. I got a top knot going. We got a lot to talk about this week, all right? I got my co-host with me. We got Chris Cheney to my left. And next to me on my right is going to be Lawrence Deloach. What's up, Lawrence?
What's up?
All right, man. We're all here. How we all feeling right now?
Oh, great, dude. I had 18 holes of golf. Didn't golf bad, but I lost my phone and my AirPods while I did that. So I'm not feeling too great, but I'm feeling good at my performance.
Nice.
I think Chris got robbed, but Chris don't want to tell no one.
Bro, I would – are you kidding me? I would – that's how I would start my YouTuber career is be like, yo, I almost died today. And I'd have like a whole 45-minute video of it.
That
Story
motherfucker
time.
got robbed, yo. And he's just like, I lost my phone and my AirPods. And we're like, how'd you lose it? I don't even know. You got robbed, bro. Fine. We've all been there. Motherfuckers get robbed every day, B. You know
I was
what I mean?
COVID robbed.
Nah, you was just robbed.
Bros in the mask came up. They're like, yo, phone, pods, give it.
There you go, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. You white, you got to give us something. You know what I mean? You got to give black people and minorities something, bro. You owe us. You know what I mean? Much like the NBA. Everyone owes basketball players for bringing back some type of normalcy and joy to people's lives.
Yes.
Season restarted on Thursday night with an amazing second game between the Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, that was really good.
Well, that was a good game.
What are your thoughts on the NBA restart?
So we spoke a little bit this off mic for a second. It literally looks like you're playing 2K. And I can't – it's the lighting and it's the lack of audience that by the way, the Zoom thing in the back is ridiculous. We'll get into that in a minute. But it literally looks like you're just playing 2K. Like I came home and we got a new TV so the picture is so crisp. And I was like, oh. And then I didn't see their hands have controllers in them. And I was like, oh, this is actual basketball. They were good games, though.
They were good games.
Generally speaking, I mean, the Celtics really fucking biffed it, especially Tatum. But, for the most part, basketball's back, and it's nice.
It's wonderful. And you said that Celtics had a pretty bad game on Friday. They actually had a wonderful game today against the Portland Trailblazers, in which they won by 4. So,
Sick.
You know, we're it's an interesting time. Obviously, it's a bubble. We're seeing that the NBA they've set it up. It's working out. We're 4 days into games where you see other sports in this country and it's kind of faltering. Baseball's on it's on its deathbed.
Oh, yeah.
If it's going to make it. Football, the NFL is there. Oh, we're gonna get through this season. We're gonna start, and they canceled preseason games. They've and we don't know if we're gonna get the NFL or we're gonna get. Obviously, I don't think we're gonna get a full 16-game season of the NFL. But with the NBA, we're seeing a lot of things a lot of initiatives. It seems like obviously the names on the back of the jerseys. See, the court has Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, that is all very cool to see. And I didn't know that at first. So I was looking at the screen crazy. I was like, I saw the Black Lives Matter. I was like, oh, sick, dope. Mm-hmm. And then I was looking at the names. I'm like, who's Equality? And this is all very early. Within the first couple minutes, I'm like, oh, it says, oh. And then I noticed most of the white dudes just wear Ally, and that made me weak. That's very funny.
Yeah, there were some players that wore an Ally.
But it's the white dudes. They just, I'm an ally.
Yeah, I think that goes to show you how the NBA is such a players' league, and besides, it's a quote unquote urban sport. So I think in the faces of the league are black players: LeBron, Giannis, Harden, Westbrook, Steph Curry. All these.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's interesting. Whereas obviously baseball and football, there are plenty of black faces. There are plenty of superstars or of color. But the NFL is rooted in a southern sport, So I think, a lot of the times when I say it's a southern sport, you're not going to get the same type of treatment that the NBA is giving their players. I mean, granted, the NFL knows that the face of their league, Patrick Mahomes, is a black man, but we're not seeing the same type of protections, and I think we're going to see that even coming in the next month or so, where players are just not protected in the NFL. And like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen. But right now, enjoy basketball.
Yeah, basketball's sick.
Basketball is pretty sick. I'm happy for all of the Kawhi memes to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that one of I don't remember which Marcus brother, but one of the Marcus brothers giving Kawhi bunny ears, and then he caught him, and he just looks right down, and he's like, I don't know, why is this happening to me?
I didn't see that, but
I didn't see that either. But anything Kawhi is just great.
Is a walking meme.
Yeah.
What I like about the NBA bubbles are athletes are still trying to stay fashionable, and I think that's very commendable. We're seeing guys, AKA the sneaker king, PJ Tucker, is he bought like 40 pairs of sneakers off of eBay. He said he has he has over 60 pairs of sneakers in the room now. And on Friday night they played the Dallas Mavericks, and we saw PJ with a player exclusive Jerry Lorenzo Fear of God 1 in the Rockets colorway.
This is probably the craziest PE that I've ever seen in my entire life, because there's not only it's a designer collab,
right?
It's a designer collab player edition, exclusive. That I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone else has done that before. If I'm ignorant to it, then like you guys put me on. Like I can be like, you know, I'll learn. But like, when I saw it, I was texting you guys crazy. I was like, yo, have you guys seen this before? I never saw a picture of those. No one ever mentioned them to me. Apparently they're called the Air Tucks, which I hate that name. Why not play off like Tuck of God, or, you know, do something with Jerry? I don't know why it has to be Air. They don't call
Fear
him
of Tuck.
Look, no one calls those shoes the Fear of God Airs. No one, there's not air in that name. I don't know why it needs to be Air Tuck, but I was like bugging out. I was like tapping my friends. I'm like, what is he wearing? I'm like, yo, can we pause?
Cared.
Yeah, no one. It was like, Chris, shut up.
The Air Tucks.
I like them.
I like them too. I think it's very interesting with PJ Tucker. I think he's carved out. Obviously, we've said this before. He's carved out a niche and market where he's known for his sneakers more than his basketball game. He's a solid defender. I mean, he's not going to score 20 points a game. He has a role, but he's also just known as the NBA sneaker king. We saw him wear Grateful Dead SBs. He had the orange one with the WNBA logo hoodie, which is actually a dope hoodie. I don't know if you saw that. The orange,
it is a dope hoodie.
So we got that, and then we saw him wear the green. I mean, for as long as he's in the bubble, I mean, he's just gonna fucking rock everything.
He's just gonna drip. Man drips. That's what he does.
Are you guys opposed to wearing a WNBA hoodie, a women's hoodie, or not a women's hoodie, but it's a?
No, I mean, that color palette that they have on that is enough for me to be like, no, it doesn't matter what's on that. I'd probably wear it.
Yeah. Do you have screen share available? I got it up right here.
Yeah, sure. Let me get you right now. All right, you're good.
All right. Right here. Boom. Look at that. Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's fucking fuego.
Yeah, that's a nice hoodie. I would not be against putting that on my body. Also,
you know
nothing about me says that I wouldn't like the WNBA.
Well, you know what it is? It's like, that's an ironic, like, flex. Like, because Kobe was so, like, before he passed, rest in peace, he was, like, kind of pushing WNBA stuff because of his daughters. You know, like, a lot of the guys, like, these legends, they're kind of, like, they have daughters who play basketball. They're very, like, pro women's league stuff. So, like, and then, this is sort of like it transcends to guys like this where now he's making it okay for us to wear it. So, like, these levels that have been reached, they're like, yeah, dude, I'd fucking wear that shit. Plus, that silhouette is fire.
Yeah, I think the silhouette's fire. I think the color is perfect. I think there's definitely a marketing push by the NBA for the men players to wear the hoodie, because I've seen it on multiple players. I think LeBron was wearing it. Multiple guys are wearing it. It has like a $60 price point. I was thinking about buying it. I don't need another hoodie, but I definitely can see myself possibly purchasing that hoodie. I don't want to spend $60, but I've spent more than enough money on items. So
Yeah,
I
dog.
believe you.
Support women, dog. Come on.
Of course. I mean, I'm definitely supporting women. I think that's it's a nice hoodie. So, um,
I was looking at Coogee sweater this week, but that might be put on hold. For
A
these,
Coogee sweater?
yeah, I'm gonna be that guy.
Oh boy. Him with a man bun and a
Man
Coogee
bun
sweater.
Coogee sweater. This fall, I'm gonna be a different guy.
Yo, that
Also,
is crazy.
This
You're
is the
gonna be
Kawhi meme, by the
a
way.
fun guy. You're gonna be a
I'm
fun
gonna-
guy.
Very fun guy. Look at his face. It's so funny. He knows he got hit. Yeah, he does it again, and then he goes, "What? How could you do this to me? Why would you do this to me?"
Yeah,
It's incredible.
Kawhi is that guy. Listen, we got an interesting. I saw a super. Speaking of basketball, we're gonna talk about one of the probably the greatest basketball player ever, Michael Jordan. Before the Air Jordan 1, he was playing in the airships,
Yeah.
and there's supposed to be a super duper limited pair of airships releasing. It's like 300 pairs or something like that. It's a band colorway.
Yep. Oh,
August
God.
7th is the alleged release date.
Oh my God.
And I mean, this is the one that everyone wanted when that pack came out.
Mhm.
Right.
They sold you 2 shoes to try to like compensate you not getting this one. And then after, which that price tag was that was high. I don't remember the exact retail, but it was expensive. And then, now they're like, "Oh, well now we'll give you these."
Oh my God.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
super limited too. It's not gonna be.
Yeah.
Where does it say it? It says it right here that, there's a global raffle. And then they also said that they were going to leave like, I think 150 stickers around the store in Italy. And if
Mhm.
you found one, you could buy a pair.
Mhm.
So I hate everything. I can't have them, so I don't like them.
Look, man, the reality of the situation here is the world is upset at the U.S. and they're making it very clear with their sneaker releases upcoming because there's a lot of outside the U.S. stuff that's had nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I know the Tokyo Jordan 1s that are
There's a
coming
bunch
out.
of stuff.
These specifically, yeah.
Well,
This is just too.
this is kind of upsetting because it almost, like you said, you get a pair of ships that a lot of people have been clamoring for. They wanted for years, bro, and you finally, Nike decides in 2020 to release a pair of ships, and then the first ship is in a pack that's super hard to obtain.
Yep.
And then the second one is like, oh well, we're gonna release them in Italy, and it's kind of like it always makes you say that like Jordan Brand is, they don't, I mean, we've always said this, but they don't give a fuck. Like,
No.
Republicans buy sneakers too.
Italians buy sneakers too. I think that's
That's the one.
Well,
yeah.
you know
the
what?
one.
I think from the Dior thing, I think they're trying to make a push for a stronger foreign market to enter that high-end space. It seems like part of their plan is to kind of utilize more of that sector of this space, like this sort of price point.
Mhm.
Because normally when you think of Italy, you don't think of Jordans. So by establishing now, this is just my theory. I might be full of shit, but just
Yeah.
by thinking about taking like one of these, I'll call this a grail, or at least the concept of this shoe is a grail, to give that push into Italy and have that spotlight in Italy just after the Jordan 1 got a first high-end collab. It seems to me like they're trying to make a push to sort of enter that like new tier.
I'm going to disagree with you on that. And when you say Jordans are not in Italy, because the Jordan 2 was first made in Italy. It was Italian leather.
That is true. But that was a different time, and it was backed by a different. What were the first ones? Are you talking the Just Don ones? Is that the first time they used the leather?
No, the original Air Jordan 2s from 1986 were Italian leather. It was Italy. It was made in Italy.
Sure. Even with those facts still being true, right? You're educating me on that. It still seems like the way that they're moving to this is through this higher end market.
But also the store. Well, I'm gonna say the Jordan 1 Dior's are completely different than a pair of Air Ships that are in a backdoor Bottega. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the backdoor Bottega, whatever it is.
Yeah,
That's not
Sevilla
a.
Bottega. Yeah.
That's not a Dior. That's like a regular. It's a regular sneaker store. So it's not like it's a. I know what you're saying with the Dior. Dior
Mhm.
were released. It was a $2,000 price point. It was released. It's actually Dior, the House of Dior, and Jordan created a collab. These are a Jordan that model that has not been released by it hasn't this is like the first time in years that we're getting a pair of ships, and for it to be only released in Italy, that is, or the first pair, the white and red ones, which was part of a pack that was super hard to obtain. It's kind of like
Yeah.
there's an issue here to me, because it's like people want these shits. So it's like, why? I'm not saying you got to make 1 million pairs, because then that's a problem. But what I'm saying is, it's super limited. I think it's like 300 pairs. It's like 300 plus pairs that are coming out of this model. So I think the thing about it is, and this is a perfect example of how Jordan Brand operates. It's the white and red is part of a pack. The band colorway is in Italy. Now we're gonna come out with air ships, but it's gonna be some blue and green ships that people now, by this time, you're like, well, fuck it, I guess I got to get a pair of air ships. And it's a terrible colorway, and they could flood the market, and that's it. So I don't really like the way it went down here, but I mean, this is what Nike is doing right now. So
Yeah, it kind of is what it is. I mean, it also could, in reality, could have something to do with just the poor COVID things that are going on in the U.S. Like, we're kind of looked at as the laughing stock right now when it comes to this sickness. So
That's also true.
no, but you know what? No. You know why? Because this is not something that is. This is a normal Nike tactic. When you look at the reverse skunks, they did 420 pairs that went to a shop, a random skate shop in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So this is not the first time that we've seen this year. So I think this is more of a trend that Nike is testing out and seeing how far they can go with it. That I will say.
Interesting.
yeah.
I could hear that. I hear that. I hear both sides of the argument. I think I do like the idea of, I think, Nike trying to get into like maybe a higher end space, just because like we've seen a couple of collabs already. We've seen Dior, we've seen Sacai do very well. I'm sure there's a lot of high end brands that would want to get involved with Nike, and having more stuff in Europe might be enticing for them as well. But who knows? But I definitely agree with what Lawrence is saying, in that it's this is nothing new from Nike either.
Yeah, I mean, these are ones I would really like. Damn, these are fire. And we're just, if there's only 300 pairs, this is going to be one of those that's going to start as 4 digits for sure on StockX.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This is definitely, if it's only, like I said, if you said it's only 300 pairs, I mean, we're looking at easy $4,000, $5,000 immediately off from the beginning of in the secondary market, maybe even more.
Yeah, I mean, look, the more I'm thinking about it, Lawrence, you're probably correct. I still see them trying to blur the line of how much a Jordan should cost. Because like if everyone gets so adjusted to like these limited quantity high resale prices or just high retail prices because of the name attached, like they're physically moving the goalpost up hundreds of dollars at the time, right? At like to Grateful Dead SBs. I know we could talk about like the amount of shoes that it costs how much for days, because we do. Every week we talk about some new shoe that's another $1,000. Right. But like you look at the shoes that they've come out with, where they retailed $100 and then generally accepted at $1,000 on average, say, not specifically anything. But then you get to this and it's just like, all right, only in Italy 300 pairs. Of course, I'm like, yeah, this is absurd. You guys are trying to enter the high end market through forcing us. You know what I mean? Like the Jordan Doc, like I think I'm getting on my Lawrence conspiracy tip right now, because it seems like it's just all stockpiling into this one direction where it's like, all right, we want you to pay $1,000 for Jordans.
I don't think that's crazy. I literally don't think that's crazy. In the past couple of months that we've seen resale prices go through the roof, yeah, that Last Dance documentary was just one giant ad for Jordans. I don't know, man. I think the value of Jordan keeps going up.
Well, I think what we're getting to is, I mean, once again, it's the guy at the helm right now, Humphrey, who I guess he's trying to get Jordan Brand back to how it was from like 2010 to like 2012, 13, where general releases were selling out every week. You can definitely make a profit off of just reselling general releases.
Yeah.
You're getting some wacky colorways. They're doing some things like, with the translucent background on the back of a 3 and then the Jumpman. But I do feel like it every year, just, like you said, there's some new shit. Like I remember even 5 years ago when you said when Don C was able to sell a Jordan 2 for $350. And then people were like, this is insane. And then a year later, he was like, well, you know what? Let's do $650 and we'll include a hat in it because, so every year there's some new shit that someone in Jordan is like, well, let's test this out. So, I think that's, so now when we're getting, $2,000 Jordan 1s, there's always let's see how far we can take this.
Yeah.
They're doing that in more ways than one, too, especially if you look at how they're doing like these this Europe anniversary thing. So Air Max Day is already like generally considered a streetwear holiday among, like everyone's like, come March, one of the things that us three, including our friends, talk about besides March Madness is Air Max Day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So with things like this, just to pivot over to like this sneaker Europe.
Once again, I mean, I don't know what it's like over there in Europe in terms of people trying, but if it's anything like the US, I mean, it's going to be bullshit where people are going to be flustered and not getting anything. And it's just to get people's hopes up.
Yeah, but they are pushing it to be more of a, I think they're trying to, segregate's not the right word. And divide isn't either. They're trying to give them their own culture, I guess, because a lot of the stuff that goes on is so worldly, but Nike being a U.S. company, we get a lot of focus on it. And then we have our major markets like New York, L.A., then Chicago, where Jordan's from. Like we have all of these pillars. So I'm not trying to go back to like the European thing or the Italian thing, saying like they're trying to enter a new market, but it does seem like they're trying to cater to everyone but us, at least in this push. Seems like this first push is like, all right, let's start giving like Europe and everybody else some shit.
Right.
And have it come back in. Because even the all-white, off-white one, that might have been really the first time they're like, all right, we'll get – because they do get specific releases. It's not like we get everything that they get. And like they have some stuff we don't. But
of course.
Shit like this makes it to me like, oh, they're really going to start to expand the market and have like its own like little small cultures in these different places.
Yeah, like every shoe, like what Virgil did with those Louis Vuittons.
Yeah, kind of. That might be around. So, if just to remind the listeners, if you didn't know, so that 308 trainer, whatever that Virgil shoe that looks like an Avia basketball sneaker from the 80s, he had different colors drop in different places, which he was trying to make like this, like, all right, well, green will get Europe, whatever. But that's Luke was referencing.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just a lace color. But I think that, but like in a bigger scale where it's actual physical sneakers.
Because we actually had a kid DM the Instagram account saying that, like, yo, can you guys kind of cover what's going on in Europe as far as sneakers? Because we only have sneakers and stuff.
You only have SNS, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, boutiques out there, like, there are some, like, pillars, like Pata, you know what I mean? Sneakers and stuff. Like, there are certain sort of entities that, like, are holding it down out there, but they really don't have a lot. So it kind of makes sense that they're trying to do something like this.
Yeah. I hear it. Yeah, they're trying to make sneakers a global thing. I hear you. Let's not forget last year, and it's already been. I know it's been affecting all of us, but Nike announced that Nike SB announced that they wouldn't ship international. Like you had to be in Europe to buy a pair of.
Well, Nike in general is not.
Not just Nike SB.
So so like for a lot of stores where people were able to like you said, take advantage of, ordering sneakers from, like you said, Europe and, and all these other countries. Now it's like they're not supposed to ship these sneakers to other countries. It's like,
Yeah. I guess that was like first move in trying to promote more of a regional sneaker love, I guess.
well,
Yeah.
I think what happens is, I think a lot of times, and once again, I don't know what the situation is overseas, but a lot of Americans have bots.
Right.
Like, that's a American. Once again, I can't say what it's like in other countries, but bots are prevalent in the U.S. and a lot of these foreign shops. A lot of these American shops don't have bot protection. So if you're a country, or if you do a drop at 3 a.m., whatever, people have their bots set up and they eat a lot of the time. So I think a lot of times you have these foreign shops that are just like, a lot of times they just try to, it's like, damn, we're just shipping all of the product to America. So
that's true. That's true.
I'm very, once again, I mean, there were some spots that I did order from foreign places. I forgot where, but I mean, I definitely ordered sneakers from Europe, have them come to America. When I was in college, I used to order from Asia all the time. I mean, like spots in Japan. I remember getting Air Force Ones in college. So, I mean, that's always been there, but I feel as if, like you said, it's almost like Nike is like, we don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm jealous though.
Why?
Because they're getting all these restocks.
I mean, dude, I understand, but once again, we don't know what the stock is like. We don't know how it's gonna be. A lot of I don't know.
I feel you. I have no idea what it's like out there.
Yeah, maybe they got bots too. Maybe their bots have little stupid curly mustaches and they go wee wee.
Yeah, they have accents.
We don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the culture is out there, but I mean, like you said, I mean, I always see, I look at Supreme and I look at all these other places, and I mean, there's definitely a heavy streetwear culture. So I don't know how bad it is, or if people are super cutthroat like it is in America, but we shall see. Chris, you mentioned something earlier about sneakers day, but there's also the Gotham Air Max 1s that are releasing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
On August 8th.
Which I like half of these.
You like half of these?
Yeah. Those ones. These ones are like
golfing
dress shoes. These are like I would wear those to an interview type shit. Like that.
Jesus Christ.
That brown
trash, dude.
That brown leather is fire. Look, the one thing I'll say about the Air Max, which I think most people agree with, at least conversations I've had separately, is it's very dress in the front and sport in the back.
I get that, yeah.
So when they dress them up in this nice brown leather, like it's like a wingtip or some shit, it's really, oh, come on. Look at that detail shot. That's crazy.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Because that's not even really like a mesh, dog. I don't even know what that kind of, like, if that's
leather,
just like,
isn't it?
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's nice. That other one that's made out of like ice material can get out of here. That's gonna yellow fucking so quick.
This will yellow.
The first ones remind me of the Missing Link.
Yeah. I see that.
They definitely give me Missing Link vibes.
These, I don't know. These are like the leftover plastic that wasn't used on the Off-White 4s.
So basically, just for the audio listeners, there's two different Air Maxes that have come out. One is, like I said, like super brown leather. This other one seems like it's just like clear plastic. Like it's like, I can't tell if it's patent leather or not, but it's got that sort of like the Dior shoe that when people think of Dior making their own sneakers, like that type of clear material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got that like clear kind of bone color, almost like cartilage looking, plastic on the toe box, and then you've got kind of this translucent like back tabs. I don't know. Yeah,
dated on the back though. Wait, Luke, go back up to the information to see, because you can get them. It's only on sneakers you can get these, right?
I believe.
I'm
so.
assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it looks like it's going to be only available on Nike.com.
Yeah, so.
I don't know.
But these are cool, man. That look, I mean, I don't know what you guys have done for interview stuff, but like I always end up wearing sneakers because I'm not comfortable. Not like physically I'm uncomfortable, but I'm also just not comfortable because I feel like I look weird in things that aren't sneakers. So something like this is like, oh, this is like this is my brown leather shoe. You know what I mean?
Depends on the job, though. You work in like a graphic design space, so I feel like you get a little bit more leeway.
Yeah, it's true. I could show up in a graphic tee that just says like "fuck" on it, and like
And then be like, oh, he's an artist. He's a true artist.
yeah, dudes who have like 700 piercings and 2 full sleeves.
Yeah.
Like, hello, my name is Rob. They're like, oh, great portfolio.
Great portfolio.
Amazing portfolio. The weird like plastic ones, I almost like them. Like they look like, I like all these like future shoes kind of feels to them, but yeah, these kind of miss for me.
Speaking of misses, just to transfer over. So now we have more of a detailed look at what this Union 4 is and its alternate colorway.
Right.
So we sort of spoke praises about that first one that we saw with the.
Did we? We kind of argued about it.
I think generally speaking, we were pretty positive.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess so.
The other colorway though, I'm cool. Oh, let me pull it up. I got you.
This one?
The guava.
Yeah, here we go. So my only thing about those was the not punching out on the that plastic part. But if you go scroll down, Luke, there's the other colorway, and man.
Oof. Oh my God! It looks like Barbie's summer house. I love it. This will attract the ABGs, man. This is exactly Union listened to my cries, and they were like, "You want something to attract girls? Put on some shoes that look like the essence of Hello Kitty."
I mean, so the essence of if Hello Kitty was going to stomp around in some fours. I mean, Lawrence, because you sort of were like pretty positive on the other colorway. What do you think about this one?
That one isn't there. See, the guava ice one, the guava one is more, I feel like a women's colorway. It feels like it has like women's, vibe to it. Like women can definitely get away with it. Whereas the black one is more of all right, dudes can get away. Dudes who rock these. I feel like, and I've said this before, and I always say this. I say people, they tend to be like, oh, these are terrible. I'm not gonna mess with these. And then as soon as Union drops, then everyone's complaining about how they couldn't get them.
Yeah.
I get upset at myself all the time now because I was going to buy the black toes at $600 after I had won a fantasy football championship. And I was like, well, just fucking treat yourself to them. And I was like, you know what? That's a lot. And then and now I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, that was dumb. Dumb not to.
Wait,
so,
what are the... Oh, these
are mock-ups by them.
Yeah,
these
okay.
are just mock-ups.
Those are mock-ups.
These are nothing. These are nice, but still.
So, I mean, the thing, I think obviously the thing that makes it tough is the fact that Union has to follow up a 4. They have to, follow up a Jordan 1 with a 4. And I think a Jordan 1 is so easy to not fuck up for the most part.
Yeah.
You're given, the tools that you can use on a Jordan 1 is pretty simple. I mean, as long as you stick to the color blocking, Union had their own idea of the rusted or the yellow midsole, which made it work. But then when you go to like a Jordan, I think a 2 is easy because the colorways are pretty simple. But when you get into a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, or an 8, you can easily fuck it up.
9, 10, 12.
I think not so much a 12, but I think where there's multiple things that you can
to color in, basically.
Yeah, You, like some of these panelings could easily be fucked up if you like put the wrong colors.
You put a little too much different color. Yeah, go and try and use try to make a pair of sneakers on like Nike.com, and like if you just use the wrong color on one thing, it just ruins everything.
That's what I'm saying. So it's to me it's a little tougher, but like I said, I feel like what also will determine, I think, how people view the sneaker is what happens with the tongue. Right now, the tongue is tucked in,
Mm-hmm.
If we get to the point where the tongue is not tucked in and you can kind of flip it out like a normal Jordan 4, maybe the views will change. I still think, like I said, I think they're both. I think the guava pair is not bad. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, this is the greatest Jordan 4 ever. I'm never going to say that. I think Cause did a better job at their 4. I think Travis Scott, I think Off-White, I think they all did a better job at their Jordan 4. But this will serve a purpose eventually, and, we'll see.
Hey, listen, if I want to go on record, if I get a chance to get if I win the guava pair, I'm probably keeping them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to keep them because fuck it, honestly. The black pair, maybe I'd move just because they're a little bit more plain than the guava pair. The guava pair, at least you could have a conversation with somebody and be like, why the fuck did you choose those over the other ones?
Mm-hmm.
But at least I would have a conversation. It's I'm telling you, man, it's ABG fucking magnets right there.
Yo, Man Bun Luke attacking somebody for their sneaker color choice is very funny to me. Just because your height won't match the energy you bring to the table. You know what I mean? You'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, my energy's gonna be 6'4".
Yeah,
my actual height.
Walking up at 5'1".
5'6", buddy.
Only because of the man bun. That adds 3 inches.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
Just moving on. There's another, because there's a lot of Nike news, man. Like, no one's really making other waves except Nike this week. So I think we talked about him a little while ago when Nike SB in a tweet kind of shut down some leaked rumor shoe.
Right.
But these SB Shishikos are actually coming out. And these have to be my favorite SB in a very long time.
Really?
Yeah, and because I saw him on feet. I saw a guy with like some green khaki type pants with him, and I was like, I could see myself in those. I gotta get those.
I could see you in these. I definitely could see you in these.
So this concept was actually based off of a guy mocked up he did hand stitched that himself for the prototype.
Oh shit.
There's a red high, and that led into like a couple blazers that are coming out and shit. But these are fucking flames. Out of all the SBs that have come out, these are definitely the best ones, at least to me.
I think it just might be to you, buddy.
Why? What do you guys think?
These are okay. These
are
really.
They're solid SBs. Like, the pattern, like the color blocking is very interesting, but like it doesn't have that same. Like, it's not one of those SBs that like blows you away. It's one of those SBs that like they're good utilitarian shoes, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I was very blown.
Oh, you should probably get that checked. I don't know, man.
No, okay. Wait, Lawrence, finish your thought because I didn't mean to cut you off there. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say they're definitely a solid shoe. I'm not going to sit here and act like they're not, but I don't think they're top 5, top 7 SB this year. I don't think they're going to end up. No,
I would put them in 5 to me anyway. Just, you know what? Because number one, I story based again. I might be being dumb and biased based on the story of the rollout of this, but I loved how Nike SB was like, "Yo, that is not like, that's a leaked sneaker. Don't post that shit."
Mm-hmm.
Whatever tweet that there was like, "Yo, whatever information you got right here is wrong."
Mm-hmm.
And then for the designer himself, he posted the prototype on his account with the red version that he did, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, that's cool!" Because that's a cool story to hand stitch it yourself and then show it to somebody and they go like, "Oh yeah, let's do that." And then for it to come out, and that stitching is actually really clean, and I like how it overlaps, multi panels. That is not only a nice color story, the stitch story is dope, and the whole story in general really hit me hard. Pause.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it as a designer. It's a very good shoe, but it just doesn't. Look at what came out this year, right? Chunky, Strangeloves, Travis, Grateful Dead's.
So Chunky,
Safaris. Then what's coming out even after that? You got fucking the Atmos SBs.
Mm-hmm.
The Bear Bricks that are coming out. I mean, I don't think they're better than the Shishikos, but I think there's a lot of dunks that are better than this one.
Part of the problem, I think, with how people are evaluating sneakers right now is using hype as hype is only one attribute to a shoe. But I think a lot of people use it in like 3 different ways. They count it like 3 different times.
But I'm saying like in design, like even design on the Chunky Dunkies, you've already said that you don't really like the design on them.
Yeah, cow print is not a good print.
I thought it told the story of Ben and Jerry's very well.
No, it absolutely, which makes total sense. The ice cream, the cow, the milk, the whole thing. Yeah, no, and I said conceptually the story was amazing. I loved it, but it's still a cow print.
Okay.
You know, the people I've seen wear them have actually pulled them off. There's only a couple people that I haven't seen. Like a couple people, I'm like, you look nuts. But for the most part, people pull them off. But it's still a cow print.
I hear you. You have to mute everything else that you're doing, basically.
Yeah, totally. That whole story just has to be your foot. That whole outfit is strictly feet. I like these a lot, though. And the Blazers are solid out of that whole thing, and it formulated a nice story that then Nike can continue telling if they choose to. Yeah, that design nerd, I guess, in me is like all about these. But yeah, I like these a lot.
I see these having longevity. I say that. I could see these shoes having longevity, meaning like I see like them doing multiple colorways of these and like maybe even getting one like every year. I see something like that happening. I don't see this being like a crazy hype thing. But then again, who fucking knows?
Well, I'll say this, and I know you're going to say it may not be a crazy hype thing, but every SB this year, whether general release, you can go with the orange, was it the laser, not the laser, the Hennessy's, the
blue
joints,
Furies,
the blue Furies, the ones that look like the Laker colorway, but it's orange, and I mean all of those shits have, you know, even when you look at the regular dunks. So I mean, for us to say, well, these aren't going to be hyped, they're going to be fucking hyped.
No, they'll sell out. But we'll see what the numbers hopefully won't be too crazy. Hopefully Chrissy will be able to actually get a pair.
I mean, if I still feel like buying stuff after I buy a new phone, dude, I'm so the burden of having a $1,500 purchase that you have to make is so crazy.
I lost something today too, but I didn't really want to talk about it. I was riding around on my skateboard for the first time in almost a year, and one of my lenses popped out of my eyeglasses.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I just lost that.
Jeez.
And but I retraced my steps and I found it, which is why I didn't feel like bringing it up earlier, because I found it. So I understand your pain for about 15 minutes, and then I was like, oh cool, here they are.
Jeez,
Thanks, Luke.
Man.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks,
No
really.
so just having a brain sometimes helps.
Oh, all right. Let's just attack my intelligence, why don't you?
That's mean-spirited. I'm sorry.
No, what? No, go low.
No, we're gonna say no. Say what you're gonna say.
No, I was gonna say, homeboy was like, "Yo, you want to take a cart and go look for it?" I was like, "Bro, I lost it on the back 9. What do you want me to go 9 courses and just look for my phone? What the fuck?
Is that what the back 9 means?
Yeah, the 9 to 18.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
You know, I wanted to talk about this. Speaking of SB hype and everything that's going on, Travis Scott was pictured in a pair of Newcastles this week. And Newcastle SB, and immediately the prices jumped on the dunks, this is honestly, like, we said this before, it's the fucking Travis Scott effect.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what? I was trying to explain to my mom how this works, because generally speaking, like, wasn't my mom? I was explaining to somebody, someone older, and I was like, yeah, like a rapper will wear it and then people want to buy it. And they're like, that's not like a manly thing that happens. Like, guys don't do that. I was like, oh, you'd be very surprised. Actually, this is more of like reality TV type of shit than you realize.
Yeah.
Sports and these celebrities, dudes also like have this Kardashian shit. We just like look cool while we're doing it, and it's like better content, which is why we don't get shit on. The Kardashian shit is a terrible show, which is why everyone just they don't know why they're famous. Or, generally speaking, the consumers don't. The show's bad. It's poor television. It's like it's mind melt, like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like just melt your brain.
Kris Jenner makes your kids do Playboy.
Yeah, but sports and rappers and shit, it's the same thing. It's just like, yo, my man dunks, and then a rapper who a song I like wears it, and I'm like, oh, now I want it.
Now you want him.
Right.
But yeah, man, like the Travis effect is strong. It's real, and it's about as strong as you can get outside of being a Kardashian, even though he basically is one.
He is one technically. He signed to that company. He did. He was a free agent, and then they said, hey, "We like what you're doing over there."
Yeah, our daughter.
Yeah, that's the contract. You gotta feed her now.
Wait, so what shoe was he seen wearing again? Because I didn't see him wear this.
He's wearing the Newcastle SB Dunk.
Wow. Yeah. And then,
how much are they going for online now?
4 figures now.
Oh my God! It's
fuck?
$2,000.
Why?
Yeah, if you look at the prices of the last few sales, it's definitely the.
It was lower than that for sure.
Oh my God!
Do you have it on your screen?
Yeah, hold up, I got
Pull
you.
it up. Pull it up.
Holy shit!
I want to see this. This is nuts. I didn't. Like, we all know Travis Scott's a very influential guy, but sometimes you just forget and you don't see the numbers. This is physically seeing the numbers of how influential he is.
It's fucking bananas, dude.
What are the last sales? Can you scroll down to the graph?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So for the audio listeners, they were going for about a regular price
No,
not that long ago.
No,
That was
that's
2
2
years
years
ago.
ago.
Oh, wait, no, excuse me, sorry.
Let's look. All right, when the Travis picture posted, which was maybe like 2-3 days ago, before that we were looking at prices of around 6, yeah, and then we go to when there you go around July. Then
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
July
Oh.
30th. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I need Travis Scott to start wearing Ewings.
literally July 30th, there was 4 sales in a day of not just 9.5.
Right.
There you go.
Wow. Wait, let's go to all sizes. Hold on. Will you fucking work? So I think I had to, size all.
No, you're still in 9.5.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Ooh. Oh no.
Yeah, that
1,200, 1,300, 900, 1,000.
10, 11. Yeah, this is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Price premium, original retail price. It's over 900. 900% increase.
Jesus
Mhm.
Christ. We were,
69 sales though.
we were having a good show, Lawrence. Why did you bring this up? Why did you bring this to our attention?
I mean, no, it's. We should be bringing it up and we should be talking about it because
No, absolutely.
it's ridiculous to see a guy who's probably younger than you wear a pair of sneakers and then you want to go buy them for 900% more than they're worth.
I don't want to buy them for
Yeah.
900, but
No,
Yeah.
but someone saw him wear that, and I mean, look, to have this amount of money, you either have your parents' credit card or
Right.
you're a grown-ass adult that can pay for things like this when they want to. You probably have a good paying job. You make like $120K a year, some shit where you're probably older than Travis.
Right.
So
or
you see him wear it, and then you're like, all right.
or you're a reseller who is now going to try to take advantage of.
Oh,
That's the other one too. That's all.
You're-
That's a good point.
you were trying to buy in low. See, because if you bought in at 800, 900, you're already making $400.
I mean, this effect is it goes even to, all right, so this was before, Luke, you did the podcast. We did an episode with Royce Wynn back in like the late 70s, I think. And I was trying to explain that. So I saw the Spider-Man movie and he was wearing some like regular gray ass Air Maxes in the movie. And then we went on StockX and they were like doubled in price just because the kids saw them in the Spider-Man movie.
Mhm.
Damn.
Then they instantly got the nickname the Spider-Man Homecoming Air Maxes. And the whole shift around them changed. It wasn't a general release shoe anymore. Now it was a Spider-Man shoe.
Right. Same thing with what happened with the. I think the origin stories were much cheaper before the movie came out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then the movie came out, and I think that shot up from like 400 to 800.
I mean, this is insane. Like I said, if you have SBs and you like to sell sneakers, sell them shits now, because
Yeah.
we are at the height of SB.
SB fever, baby.
I mean, maybe it goes higher. We don't know, but I'm saying if you want to cash out, used SBs, new SBs, cash out.
People are looking to buy.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the next cash out, and speaking of hype, and speaking of these random model trains that come out of nowhere seemingly, there's a rumor that Supreme is going to be doing a Jordan 1, which I think might be the cap on the 1. That might be like the last kind of like, all right, here you go. That's the last.
For who? For Supreme or for Jordan 1?
No, for Jordan 1s.
No.
No way.
No.
Okay.
They're just going to keep making them.
No, I'm not going to say they're going to stop making them, but the 1s were the thing for a minute.
Right.
They still are.
They still are, but they're not. They're dying off because these other models are kind of taking over. The SBs are still running.
Bro, Jordan 1 is not dying off.
No. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. The focus is going to be removed from 1s.
And you think it's going to the staying power of SBs and
I think they're going to shift it to other things. Like all right, so we don't get sales for how long? And then we get 1 in a pack and then 1 banned. I'm saying they're trying to divert their attention from these other things. They can only drill you in the fucking head with 1s, SBs, 4s, and 3s for, I mean, yes, they will forever, but like not with this much hype around them.
Bro, let's just, okay, if you think Jordan 1s are dead, and let's just say this.
Whoa, no, hold on, not dead.
Not dead, but if you think that they're slowly trying to die out or whatever, you just
divert hype.
Yeah.
Okay, this week coming out, we have the Japan 2001 neutral gray Jordan 1s that have extreme. People are fucking clamoring for these Jordan 1s, right? Like you said, that comes out on August 7th, so that's gonna sell. Then this week there's also the satin red Jordan 1. I think that's a women's coat that has
a ladies' dunks. Yep.
All right, now also let's talk about Chicago 1s.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that one when there was, like you said, we just talked about The Last Dance came out. The Chicago 1s, they are now a $1,500 to $2,000 sneaker. And granted the prices were always high on those, but with The Last Dance, they pushed those sneakers so high. All right, so I cannot say that they're gonna divert. Yeah, they may not be fucking jumping out the gate with 4 figures like some of these SBs are, but fucking Jordan 1s are always going to be coveted. They're like I said, you look at a pair of Jordan 1s. I'm just looking right now. I mean, they're all pretty much $1,000 over. They're close to $1,500 unless you're a size 17 or 18.
Right.
Well, here, I hear what you're saying, and I do not disagree with you at all. The headline here, which this is all speculation because this is not, it's a rumor, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying for 2021. All the releases you just talked about are within a week from today, and I agree with you. Like them shits is flying off, and people are going to buy the shit out of them, right?
Right.
But if we're talking towards 2021, which that could mean December 2021. I don't think it's going to be that long until we get these sneakers, but there is a track record of us hearing about some shit early on, and then a year and a half later, that's when we get it.
Okay.
Right.
I'm thinking by then, they want to get off a lot of the focus of the 1s because they need them to stay relevant. They need them to still be the one that we all know and love right now. But if we get drilled in the head like we have been to this point, then people are just going to get sick of 1s. There's no way you can flood the market with this many hype versions of one model and then us not try to find some other shit. Because at the end of the day, the purest of this culture is people want to look and seem different from other people, right?
Right.
So they don't want us to be able to still be individuals while having the hype shit. If everyone got ones, then ones ain't going to be hype. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So it seems like.
But also, let's not forget these are coming out at the end of the year.
Bro,
And these are not that great.
People go apeshit for mid Jordan 1s. Like Jordan 1 is not going.
He's not wrong.
the fucking hype on a Jordan 1 is always it's always gonna be there. Granted, like you said, the focus may be let's knock out all these. Let's get these SBs back to like high status, and you're like, well, Jordan 1s may have to take a backseat to other models. Understood. Yeah. But a Jordan 1 is always people are always going to go crazy for a Jordan 1. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You can maybe try to not make as many OG 1s, but I guarantee you, if you made 500,000 black and red Jordan 1s, I guarantee you people would still go like it. It's just the way. It's just that model, bro. Like the resurgence of that model in the last 10 years has created such a frenzy because it's the OG Jordan. B, it's so easy to wear. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that go along with that sneaker. So but I just don't see it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to say that breads aren't going to sell. Like, that's not for 1 second that the core Jordan 1s are. Right. They're always going. So don't misinterpret that. But it just seems like what they try to do is because they did this with the Air Force One. Air Force One had a little resurgence. It was coming back. They were like, all right, Supreme, cap this off. They just slapped the shit on the side, and they were like, all right, Bong, where are the SBs at? It seems like they give Supreme the last bit of the hype that the model has to carry it out. That's all I'm trying to say.
Trying to send it on the boat, like Lord of the Rings.
I don't agree with you on that. I think because I you know what? I'll say this with Supreme. Supreme has jumped on models that weren't super popular, and then Supreme started a resurgence of a model. Perfect example. It's Air Max 98 on Supreme.
That's true.
Supreme dropped the Air Max 98 when no one was wearing them shits, and then as soon as they wore it, then it was like boom. They do give certain stores certain models or certain companies certain models, and it starts a resurgence. For example, the Spiridons or the shit that just did.
Yeah,
that's also a great
example.
Yeah, for sure.
So but I do understand what you're saying, where it's like, oh, Supreme gets the collab, and is it topping it off? I'm gonna disagree with you on that because I feel like I said, Supreme has gotten what? I mean, they did the fucking the Subtempos, which yes, the Subtempos were pretty big in their own. The Uptempos were pretty big in their own right, and they came back out maybe a year or two before Supreme decided to jump on the bandwagon. But there's times when there's no hype on the shoe, and Supreme's able to kind of, you know what I mean?
And they've done that a couple of times too. So I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. In this moment, to me, it seems like that's the cap off, but I might be wrong too. I know that this is going to be another 4-figure shoe, though, for sure.
Look, I see if it is true that that Jordan 1s are going to go back into hiding for a little bit. Usually that means that we'll get a re-release of one of our favorite colorways just to get the hype going again. So I don't know. It's not a negative entirely. We might be able to get a pair of Bread 1s again or a Chicago 1 re-release if Jordans die down, because that's kind of what they do, right? They just when shit starts to die down with Jordans, they go, oh, here's that shoe that you've always wanted, and you guys love Jordans again, Jordan 1s again.
So it's going to be based off the 2003 collab.
The SBs or the Dunks rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take an L on the orange ones again.
Well, that's the rumor. It's supposed to be based off of the OG.
That would be great. That would be great. Just so I can look at them and have imagine in my head that I could have them.
Mm-hmm.
What is dude? This checks so many hype boxes. Supreme, Jordan 1, SB from early 2000s, and then coming out soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hypest shit ever.
Hypest shit in the world.
I mean, I think we can kind of get out of here soon. Was there any? I mean, there was a couple things I wanted to talk about, but it's not
Yeah, it's not what I wanted to talk about. Wasn't that important? We could talk about it next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're good. I think we handled enough. This week.
Yeah.
Do you
We
guys
still-
have any hypeless heat this week?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I do, but I didn't prepare. Oh, no. Hold on.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna take the one you gave me.
Yeah, show that one.
I will show. All right. So recently released pair of Patrick Ewings called the Pickle. They teamed up with Grillo and they made fucking Patrick Ewing. And honestly, I fuck with these pretty heavy. I really like them. And if you throw some pink laces on these, I think that would really come out really nicely. I don't know. I'm for it. Also, there's still a lot of sizes left, so you can do that. Also, I found them on GOAT for pretty much the same price. So $100 gets you an interesting pair of shoes. If you live in New York, an old guy's gonna come up to you and be like, "I remember when I had Ewins when I was a kid," and that'll be your day. So get a pair of these. Chris, you got yours?
Yeah. So I didn't have one specifically. I just wanted to shout out this one model. I am a Bach boy at heart, so I occasionally give Reebok some credit. It maybe doesn't deserve. It does deserve. Who knows? But these Ventilator Supremes are a very solid shoe that I think is very underrated amongst all the crap that Reebok has. Because these, without any pure technology, it's not technology, it's not a pump, it doesn't have Hexalite in it, it doesn't have anything that Reebok is known to have. It's just like a solid shoe with good paneling and generally good colorways on the ones they come out with.
Yeah. That are those the black pair? That's the bait pair?
No, these black and reds, actually, I don't know if
not the black and red, the black and white ones underneath the reds.
Oh, these guys right here?
Yeah. Are those one? Yeah.
Yeah, bait LA Kings. Yeah. So, I mean, they've been, I think Cameron touched these. Pause. I mean, these are a model that I think have gone very under the radar. Just like they're comparable to most solid sneakers that other brands have. You know what I mean? And it's not their classic leather. It's not their Club C. It's not their workout low. It's not these like athletic older models that we all know Reebok for. These can sit next to most current sneakers depending on the colorway. And
yeah, I bet these could hang with some Air Maxes for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not saying that like these are amazing also, but these are a solid shoe and the price point's not that bad depending on it's like generally like $100.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair price for these. These seem pretty nice. I like them.
Yeah. You got one this week, Al?
I got no hypeless heat this week, man.
Damn, bro.
No hype this heat.
You all hype with that heat.
Yep.
All hype this week. No heat. No hype.
Well, I think that'll do it. You guys can follow us on social media at Not That Cheney, at LZD325, at Trovises, at Sup Podcast NYC on Instagram. You can email us suppodcastnyc@gmail.com. There's a phone number attached on the Instagram too. You can text us if you want. We've gotten some voicemails, but y'all say some crazy shit, so we never reply them.
Drop a voicemail about what it's like in Europe as far as like sneaker drops. Do you guys have French bots? What's up?
Yeah, for sure. No, drop us a line about that shit because we don't know if your bots say wee or not. And also hit the Discord.
Hit the Discord. It's a lot of fun.
That's really it. Final thoughts, guys? Anything?
I got a top knot now.
It's top notch, buddy.
Top notch.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week. Peace and stay safe.
Yes. Peace.